Hello everybody, this is Daddy Rick again. Welcome back to my channel. I just read a comment from a parent from Jolly Heart TV, and she had this request topic that catch my attention. She asks, as a parent, will you force your daughter to marry a guy who got her pregnant even she's not ready yet? What if she don't want to tie the knot? Okay. Thank you very much for this request topic and comment to Jolly Heart TV. Appreciate it. Okay, so as a parent, if you will be asking my own point of view, unfortunately I don't have a daughter. No, I have two boys. Always dreamt to have a daughter because me and in the family we are all three boys at the same time. So the only girl in the house is my mom. Just like in my house, it's only my wife, our queen and our princess this time. Thinking about this situation, if I will be putting myself in your own shoes, for those who had daughters, and accidentally she had this relationship, and unfortunately, as your question is, she got pregnant from her boyfriend or a fling or whatever is the cause is. For me, firstly, why should I force my daughter to marry that boy or that man? I don't know actually, Jolly Heart TV, the age of your daughter. No, if it is your daughter, correct me if I'm wrong. No. For me, why should I force my daughter to marry if they are not totally ready for that kind of situation? As I said, maybe the age is not appropriate to be a couple, right? We saw a lot of situations nowadays. Actually, it's not only nowadays, no, it's even before, with our grandparents that they marry in younger years. But situations way back before and now in the new generations are totally different. Why? Because before they focus on building that home together, even they are young. Before, you only touch the lady's hand because you want to marry her, boom, and it will be a wedding bells, right? But now there are what we call that one, at the early young age, how do you call this one? Having this sex things, I forget. I know you got my point regarding that. So they try to explore that situation and suddenly forgot to be in a safe mode, right? I'm not telling the kids or the youngsters to use the condoms or the contraceptive pills because it will damage their body at a very young age. But they have to think twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, many times actually, if they want to enter that situation. And at the end of the day, after they don't listen to us as their parents, they will be so sure to come back knocking on our door, knocking on our hearts regarding that mistake. And who will be the one to sacrifice for that? After we do all those sacrifices and our responsibilities as parents for them, then suddenly they don't listen. They go with the flow of what is trending, right? Even it's a premarital sex, right? So, as I said, in my own experiences, I'm talking about all my own experiences. For me as a father, if I will be, I think, I don't know if Jolly Heart, if you are the mother or if you are the father, actually, you don't mention in your letter, right? In your suggestion or in your comment. In my own point of view, if I have a daughter and she will do like that, many people told me that I am very naive or out of the line as a parent to do such thing, to kick my daughter out of the house being pregnant. I said no, because I love my children. But doing such thing in an early time is, you challenge yourself in such situation that you think that is right. So for you, or for me, to show her regarding the consequences that she has to face on these kinds of situation, I wanted her to learn how to stood up by herself. My door is always open, and it will be kept open. But at that time, I will just let her experience such things so for her to learn. Why? Because that's the thing that she will teach her kid in the future if it will be another daughter in her life or a daughter in her life, right? So, physically speaking, it is just giving that, it's not actually a punishment or however other people call that one. Right? I just want her to learn how to live by yourself. That's why, as I mentioned with my last topic of teaching our children to be independent, right? So they will know how to live life, the reality of life, by their own. So she decided about it by herself, and the mistake, and there's the fruit of that mistake. I will not be forcing her to abort the child because the child was a gift from God. But for her to learn life by her own, that is for me, right? Then about your question regarding forcing her to marry the father of the child. For me, I'm not into it because sometimes they thought that, as I said with my series regarding Road to Forever, right? They thought that they found the one. Then suddenly, the next day when they woke up, it's gone, right? So how it will be? Is it truly love, or is it lust, or is it about adventure, right? So it will be unfortunate for your daughter, to many daughters, or to many parents, that your daughter got pregnant suddenly, not on the right age, no, not yet having that time to enjoy their life as teenagers, right? Then that primary adulthood period. You should enjoy life before you enter such thing. That's my point of view. But the incident happened, and she got pregnant, and forcing her to marry that person. And as you said, what if she don't want to tie the knot, right? Then you force her, then she don't want to tie the knot. There will be a big reason behind that one. In general, it will be on your side as a parent, as parents, as a couple. No? If you will keep your child with you to support her, understand her, and at the end of the day, having your grandchild with you, that's happiness. That's a gift from God. That's a life. Another innocent life who totally don't know what exactly or why exactly he or she is in this world. Is it because of such mistake, or is it through that holy vow, coming from both father and mother of his or hers, right? So that's all I can say for that part. No, I will not force my daughter, especially to marry, not unless that the father or the boy who got her pregnant is purely capable of being a father. Like me, as a man, everybody can be a man. When we are born, we are boy, we turn on that level, and we are called man. But not everybody can be a father, right? So, not everybody can be a mother. So why you force your child to marry that kid if you will know that on the next coming day, it will be a more worst case scenario for her to face that life. So as I said, if you are willing to support her with this mistake, it's on you. As a parent, I already gave my point of view. It's just how for my daughter to learn how to face life by her own, because she done that situation by her own. She didn't ask me, Dad, I will be having sex with my boyfriend. So when I got pregnant, you take care of me. She didn't ask that permission. So that kind of move is stabbing us on the back as parents from our kids, right? So we always say that as parents, we always love our kids that much, and we are willing to give our life for them. I am with that. I am willing to sacrifice my life for my kids, because for me that is my responsibility as a father. But seeing my daughter having a miserable life because I forced her to marry just in the sake of delicadeza, that's what we say, to our neighbors, to our relatives, or to whoever, friends, whatsoever, right? Who will, as I always say, who will be the one in that heartache, in that sacrifice, in that miserable life at the end of the day if we will listen to others, right? It will be us. It will be our child. It will be our daughter. So, leave it that way. And as you mentioned, if she don't want to tie the knot, so as I said, there's a reason about it. Maybe now that they call this month Women Empowerment Month, no? For all the women around the world, they call it the Women Empowerment Month. Sometimes I found many women, friends, colleagues, acquaintances, that they only wanted to have a child, but they don't want to get married. I cannot say what's inside your daughter regarding the situation, because you mentioned that if you will force her, but you don't want to tie the knot. So let her live her life. I don't know if she's studying still, or if she's finished at school, but we can give a support, but we cannot give 100% for that, to sacrifice for that mistake. That's the only thing that I can advise. But it's up to you to take that advice or not, because as I said, I'm only giving advice in my own point of view, according to my own experiences, according to my own stand regarding situations that people are asking me. There's no such things that I will force anyone to listen to me and to do what I'm saying. So the level of support that for me I can give to my daughter if she will be staying in my house after that unfortunate scenario is okay until that she bears the child. We will be supporting to take care, no? But I will not be supporting it fully to buy the milk, the diaper, all the needs for my grandchild. No. That will be a big no for me. So stop schooling, work, earn, and live your life. Yes, you can have a shelter in my home. It's just like I'm adopting you and your child in my home, but I will not be the one fully responsible regarding your mistake. Because if we will be the one as parents to be fully responsible about their mistakes, how they will learn life? We will not be there for them all our lives. Sooner or later, we will be gone. And at the end of the day, they will be the one to stand by their own. If we will not teach them to stand by their own, that's what I mentioned, being an independent person, to live their own life, it will be our mistake. We will close our eyes, still having that doubt inside our hearts and inside our minds, thinking how my child will be able to face life when she or he don't know anything, because I treated her or I treated him as a prince or princess inside the house. That's why I said, don't spoil our children. Sometimes we have experiences when we are young that we don't want our children to experience. For me, as I said, we are teaching my kids at home regarding all the household chores because I want him to be independent when he grow up. I even punish him for those mistakes, and automatically I explain to him why. Because that is the system. No? My mom forgot to explain to me why she hits me because of that mistake that I've done. So I changed that situation, that I am explaining with my kid that I have to do that to not to hurt him, but for him to understand what is right and what is wrong, for him to grow up as a good person in the future, right? We learn from those things from our past that we don't want to give, but sometimes we forget that automatically we erase all those experiences that we had when we are young, and which we want to change everything when we have our own children. Always remember, grab all those good things. Keep that in mind. Now, many kids, you will find that they don't have that GMRC, as what we're saying, the good moral and right conduct. Should the school be responsible regarding this one? No. It is us as parents. In the school, we send them to school to learn academics. That's the most important thing. Read, write, learn, mathematics, science, whatever, no? Current events, etc., etc. But the good moral and right conduct comes from us as parents. So, because our children will be the mirror or the reflection of us as parents. So, for me, I'm telling you, Jolly Heart TV, no need to force her, but it will be your decision to carry that burden in your shoulders regarding this mistake. Let her decide. She took her freedom doing this situation, so give her her freedom. When she said she don't want to tie the knot, why you need to force her? But as I'm saying, better for her to learn the consequences, no, on how to fix those situations, being a mother soon for her own child by standing by her own feet. It cannot be you. It cannot be as parents, as usual, as always. As we see, many, now that we will see that the parents are already that old, no, they're already having those already aged, no, weak, sick, but they're still striving so hard to support their children. And when you see the children, sometimes they are just there with friends drinking in a drinking session. Their daughter is just there partying around, and they are the one responsible for their grandchildren because they don't want to take care of them. You step on that situation. Live on that situation. That is my rule for my child. If my boy will soon be a man, and suddenly he will have that kind of situation, I will talk with the other side if they are and willing for them to join together. So if they don't want, fine with me. The only thing that I can tell my boy is to be a man enough to stand for his child. And that's it. right? Many people who might be watching this soon, in my former experiences, might ask me, have you done the same as what you're telling now? As I said, I am not a perfect person. I have a lot of do's and don'ts, bad and good. Worst to worst case scenario in my life. And me sharing these advices is because I just want those mistakes that I had to be an eye-opener to others, to guide them, not to do the same mistake that I've done, or you as a parent of what you've done. So that's why we are trying to guide and teach our children regarding, we don't want them to do the same mistake that we've done when we are young. So for this time, I think I gave my part. The only thing is I will not force my daughter to marry the boy or the man who got her pregnant, especially if she don't want to tie the knot. And just a simple remarks again regarding that, but you have to, you can support, but as I said, don't give that 100% full support, so she will be the one to manage on how to stand by her own to bring up her child by herself. It's not just, Dad, I don't have money for milk. Mom, please help me like this. I don't know what to do. Blah, 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 blah. No. Learn. You do that, you learn. Because every single minute, every single hour, every day that we are facing, as God gave us this new day for us to face, these blessings of this present, this day, is a manner of learning. You don't think about it before, now it's here, so don't tell me that you don't know. We don't know anything at all. That's why we learn. So at this time, Jolly Heart, I hope that I've answered that question, and I don't know how you will find my advice regarding this situation. If you think that I'm that for me as a father, I am quite how do you say that word? Pathetic of not I'm taking care of my daughter if I have a daughter, if she will be in that situation. No, it's not. It is teaching her the lesson of how to face the reality of life. So again, everybody, this is Daddy Rick, and to Jolly Heart TV, thank you very much for watching our topics and giving this request topic. And for everybody, if you have something just like Jolly Heart TV regarding our topics, don't hesitate to put your comments. You can connect me. You can in my Facebook account, no? In my Facebook page, same name, Daddy Rick, The Reality of Life. In Twitter and in Instagram. No, I'm not much good in Instagram still. I'm just tweeting the links for my blogs. Okay, and again, don't forget to hit that like. As I said, write your comments and suggestions of any topics that you want us to tackle, any advices that you want. But if you want it to be private, you can send private message to me in my Facebook page. Then don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell so I can notify you always regarding our new topics. And don't forget to share our topics. So if you find some friends, families, relatives, whoever, that our topics fits according to their current situation, please share. So we can give more about what we can advise to our dear friends around. And again, to all OFWs around the world, take care always, mga kabayan. This is Daddy Rick again. As I'm always saying, life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. To my family, mommy, my two kids, DX and 3H, I love you guys. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless us all. Bye.